to doubt the popular version of Christianity that's been practiced in Nigeria and in Africa at large. I think that there is a lacking of sound doctrine, because it just does not make sense to me that I made a post, a video, defending the humanity, the sanctity of the life of an unborn baby that has a genetic disorder. And out of almost 2,000 comments, I kid you not, that not up to 10 Christians from the African region agreed that human life has intrinsic worth and should be treated as an expression of God. Every argument, every debate is a debate of convenience and pragmatism. I mean, it's going to be very inconvenient. It's going to cause me so much pain. I might not have the capacity. No, so I'm just going to kill the baby. Some of them even said that a baby with a disability is not a good gift from God. God only does what is good. So if you have a child with a disability, that is not from God. And that comment has hundreds of likes. So sorry, I'm now wondering, what exactly are Nigerian pastors and African pastors teaching their congregation? Because trust me, I know I'm gonna get backlash for this, but what exactly are your congregants learning if they don't know the basic Christian worldview of the sanctity of life? I'm seeing Christians making pro-eugenics arguments. The fact that abortion is the leading cause of death in the world. And there are Christians, not just that there are Christians, a majority, especially Pentecostal Christians, absolutely support the intentional murder of a baby. The same person who believes that certain lives are worth living than the other lives are jumping around on prayer platforms every morning. So what exactly are you going on those prayer platforms to pray for? Just for all what God can do for you? Like, the Christianity is so transactional. What God has to do for me, what God will do for me. And even when they get certain quote unquote material things through corruption, they somehow justify it, because again, the Christianity is pragmatic. It's not really about the means, it's about the end for them. So again, what exactly are African preachers teaching? Because this is an indication that there is a problem. Just ask 10 Christians in your church, when does life begin? People, workers in their church, leaders in churches are telling me that life begins at birth. Again, I know I'm going to get dragged for this, but if you are a pastor and you're watching this, please, something has to be done, because this is crazy. It is crazy. It is sad. It is disgusting. And I want to take this opportunity to commend the moral theology of the Catholics, because they have a very clear stance on abortion, on the sanctity of human life. Please.
All right. So, Solomon Bucci is someone I really love and admire because he is sound doctrinally. And I want to support his motion by asking the same questions. What are Nigerian preachers, Nigerian pastors, what are they teaching their congregation? It's something to really bother about. Like, what are they teaching their congregation? Why is it that our people are not sound? Even workers in church are not sound doctrinally. They do not know how to divide the words of truth. It was Stephen Hughes who was speaking that if he comes to your church and leads a song, a worship song, and you people find it boring, it's not his fault, it's your pastor. So many pastors, I've noticed, they do not even study the word of God. What they care about is their local church doctrine. What the rules and regulations in their local church, the do's and don'ts in their local church, not biblical sound doctrine. This is really an epidemic. It is really worrying. It's worrisome, because the church in Nigeria is spoken to be the spark that will light up the world, or that will give that spark to the nations in Africa. It's really worrisome. It's worrisome. You see a worker, you see a pastor take up a position in the government, and the pastor or the worker is not unique in the way he or she does his thing. Instead, he or she follows the bandwagon, the thieves. The same thing in the public spaces, in the public offices, people working in private organizations, they cheat, they look for way. Like Nigeria, What Nigerian pastors, what are we really preaching? What are we teaching? This is a call. It is time for us to get serious with the word of God and teach the people the true doctrine